Good morning, my name is Fabiana Vallejo and I represent Unidad Educativa Nuestra Familia. Today I'm going to talk about how would I contribute to decrease social segregation in my local context. First of all, I'm going to explain what social segregation means. Social segregation is the restriction to resources and opportunities that society creates, dividing people into social categories based on their financial status, education, gender identity, religion, race, or ethnicity. Now I'm going to talk about the three most common factors affected by social segregation. First, we have the healthcare in Ecuador. It is separated in two public sector blocks: a well-resourced social security for salaried workers and their families, and a Ministry of Health in charge of the poor and vulnerable people. The cause of this segmentation is the lack of coordination between the actors and their functions. A lot of the time, the most affected are the poor people because they receive low standards of health quality and frequently end up with a huge payment for the services. The solution that I think would solve this problem is that we need to improve the control of our functionaries in the centers of healthcare around our country, rejecting any type of discrimination to any person who needs the service and not putting people's necessities above others. Second, according to a study by De La Torre and Martinez, in terms of education, Ecuadorian institutions are segregated based on race and ethnicity. White people are taught in schools of elite, while middle classes prefer private, religious, or military schools. The solution that I think would help to solve this problem is that we need to integrate more cross-cultural settings. In these cross-cultural settings, teachers or school counselors should facilitate dialogue and interaction among different groups of students from different types of schools, in which students can express their experiences, and during these interactions, students can express their experiences in order to create consciousness about the importance of respect and diversity, and realize the social segregation that exists among themselves. In conclusion, Afro-Ecuadorians, Montubios, or mulatto people are as important as white or mestizo people, and it is important for us to understand that everyone deserves the same education. Last but not least, when we're talking about Ecuador's economy, gender and ethnicity tend to be the main causes for economic gaps among citizens. Men are considered more valuable in their workplaces than women, as stated by Espinosa and Gallegos, and tend to receive more money for doing the same work. We can also observe a huge economic gap that affects Afro-Ecuadorians and indigenous Ecuadorians the most, which may be affected by the impoverished public education system they tend to be protected by. The solution that I think would help to solve this problem is that Ecuador needs to control more their economic status by increasing more jobs opportunities for women without segregating them based on their race, ethnicity, or whether they have children or not. It is time for patriarchy to leave behind the stereotype that men are better in their workplaces or provide more contributions to their companies than women, because they, like any other human being, could be a great contribution for the economy in our country. Thank you.